Yeah, we got Hypnos taking on 0907 here in their upper bracket semifinals. It was a toss-up on which game I wanted to get on stream here. Like, I was 50-50, and I had just a random like, hey, I'd like to see this game. So I ended up leaning towards Hypnos 0907. It is also, on paper, a little bit more competitive, I would say. I mean, MetaBoy is 13-1 up against Team Gambit that are 10-4, and then you got Hypnos and 0907 both in your 2 and 3 slots or seeds coming in, both at 12-2 coming in. So it feels like it could be a really tight matchup where the upper bracket semifinals, I think I would give the edge. You know, if you're asking me, who's going to win that one, you got to pick somebody. I'd give that one to MetaBoys. MetaBoys are the team to beat in the entire division. They're going to be the favorites up against anybody, I think, at this point. I don't think that's a hot take at all. But with this one, if you just had to make a decision off the top, who's going to win this game, I don't know that I can tell you. This feels like so 50-50. 0907 does take the head-to-head. So that is one of Hypnos' 2 losses. So this is our 1 point of reference, but this was way back in October, right? Which, the way the patches have been changing, feels like forever ago, and it was also a 5-map banger. So, I mean, when I'm talking about, like, these 2 teams are so neck and neck, I mean, it kind of just depends on the map, right? You look at Control, and 0907 dominates. 0907 actually with a pretty good performance on Hybrid as well. But Hypnos able to sneak away with push and flashpoint. And, I mean, I will say the Hypnos wins don't look as convincing as the 0907 wins. So I would probably still give the edge if we were in this same meta. But that's the kicker, right? We have changed metas drastically since October 30th. 0907's 2 losses are to Good Guys and MetaBoys, which Good Guys are still in this thing. They're playing Pytel starting at the top of the hour. And Pytel has been a team that I think has the potential to, I mean, they're already kind of punching up their weight class, right? We're in top 8 here. We're going back to our bracket. We're in top 8. Pytel came in at 9. Actually, I was thinking they came in at like 12. No, okay. No, they came in at 9. See, I mean, again, I think Pytel's been slipped on all season. I know, they kind of flew under my radar a bit. Go set this invite real quick. Make sure I'm in the room. All right, what did we miss? 0907 banned Busan. And we had on push 0907 banned Esperanza. So there we go. All of our bans are now in. We do have Clash in for playoffs. So both teams get a ban there. There's 4 maps to choose from. Brings us to your map pool. We're looking at Elios, Kings Row, Rudasapi, Sura, Vase, and Watchpoint Gibraltar. Here for your upper bracket semifinals. All right, taking bets on whether my margin's held. Elios for map 1. We've been knee deep here in Amalgamata. Hey, the margin's held. Double flex DPS, mostly to accompany it. Now, Elios is kind of an outlier. Not just on Well is actually probably the most likely place we might see the Maga, but even here, it's like not enough room to work. So Elios, kind of in general, we tend to get the Winston on Lighthouse. I've seen a variety of things. Winston and Diva played on Well. Yeah, that's what Willis is showing us here. We are going to get the Winston composition. Now, this is right in the wheelhouse for Lars and Hypnos coming out on this Junker Queen.
Round 1, capture the objective.
You take the outside path to the high ground, work around towards Cage. We are going to get the Tracer Echo out on the other side. Genji with Sleek coming in on a Torp. Here's the DPS from Hypnos. We get it into this semifinals matchup. Bones already working around the outside, and Willis has already picked up 1. And Bones now has eyes. They're in the back line, and it looks like this Cage defense is already starting to falter a little bit. You see the ingress there from Willis does get pushed back, and a little pressure. They're onto the on in the back line. Kind of the clutch of this composition, the cornerstone of this composition, rather. Doesn't have sightlines on Willis. Yeah, Willis is just going to get punished because of it. So Hypnos able to capitalize. Good job of forcing the Ana out of position. Realizing Willis was vulnerable. They take down the Winston. Systematic first fight there. 15% already on the board here. Cthulhu, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate you. Connie and Willis converging on the high ground. A little bit of a new approach. Hypnos have spread all the way out around this point. And you gotta love the clever little turret placement to help protect the back line from Bones. Ooh, Willis in on top. Okay, has to bail. Just leaves the on away out in the open. Like Willis was sightseeing in the back. Meanwhile, Skitsy and Lars just compressed down onto the back line. Lars hanging out with 22 health as Volta moved in to clean up the Tracer. We did get a momentary flip there in the middle. 10% on the board here from 0907, but... And that is 10% that would otherwise be the other direction, right? It would be 83-0 right now, as opposed to 73. So maybe they buy themselves time for another fight here. We did get Willis switching on over to a Junkgreen of their own. Docky with the Nano. Sticking with the Ana. And, I mean, the Ana seems to have just been so vulnerable throughout this. But it's going to be a Nano on a Willis to see if they can take this back. Sound barriers in and gets to the high ground. Nice deflect on a Janowicz. Backline is toast here for 0907. Lars throws in the Rampage just to close it out. There is one on point. It's Willis picking up a kill. It looks like Bones is on point as well. Yeah, you can hear the Tracer shots. But it's a 3v2, favoring Hypnos. Actually a 4v2 with Sleek here and Cage. And that'll be the first round. Hypnos clean with it here so far. Ooh, Janowicz almost got some additional attempts here, but not quite. How about chat says W Willis, W Sleek, W Skitsa. Lars is actually going over to the Diva here. We're not going to get the Winston. Ooh, Nelly with a nice shot right out of the gate. Ooh, immediately sending a message over to Conde. Janowicz gets hit by that bio, gets thrown across. Wouldn't surprise me to see Lars come in and try to follow up. But they're going to rotate onto the point instead. So Hypnos looking to just grab that cap point. Still a couple seconds so it unlocks. Bones going to come down here to contest for a little bit. Immediately has the recall forced out, though. You're going to get Skitsa dropping in. Creating a mismatch, forcing Bones away. Willis was trying to get something done up here on the high ground. Doesn't find anything. Ooh, the coach guy denies the push up top. Or Sleek is sitting up here with the Ash. Willis gonna make another attempt at it. Dropping the bubble, trying to force a crossfire here, but you've got Lars putting pressure down onto that backline, so Docky can't hold that angle for long. And Willis has to peel back, otherwise it's gonna be easy pickings there for Lars. Still 22% on the board for Hypnos. It's up to a 907 here to try to find a way to break this open. Try to find a way onto that back line. Or just move everybody onto the point and force Hypnos to drop down to you. But it is going to be the former. Going up and trying to get Nelly. Willis not able to avoid the purple. Not sure it would have mattered anyway, but I don't think Docky had sight lines. Lars able to clean up on the back of this. Bile thrown in here to help finish this off. And so far, I mean, this map has just been all Hypnos all day. Boobs, what's up, my friend? I'm here for the best shoutcasting around. Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind. I appreciate you being here. I hope you're doing well. Ooh, good shot there out of Docky. But Dynamite landed here from Sleek, who's close to getting that bomb, but Willis now with a nano right on top of the Ash. Oh, point blank. Love the kind of hover. They both look to kind of just stall in air for a moment. Now looking for the second DPS, but the duplicate Kane giving chase. Ooh, actually, excuse me. Kane's duplicate was back here. I thought that was a duplicate onto the Diva. No, that was just Lars peeling for their team. I don't know why the corner of my eye, it looked like the copy colors. Oh, Lars turns around to pick on Akane as they fly in and try to stall out this 99-0. Jonowich is giving contest here on the point. Give it a little trouble. Forcing a self-destruct out of Lars, who's not able to get back in mech. Duplicate is used, which does get the rally out. Pulse bomb thrown in, the boop off the side. No way. Gets it with the duplicate. Gets the whip shot off the side. That's gonna be the self-destruct out. Yeah, no way you get back in mech on that one either. Let's get with a pair of headshots to close that out. I mean, just locking this down for Hypnos. The indomitable Echo will close out map 1. And Hypnos take a 1-0 lead here in their upper bracket semifinals. DRK, thank you for the follow, by the way. Appreciate you. Some stats there for map number 1. Let me get that fantastic play out of Kande, or excuse me, there out of Ellis gets in there to close it out. 19-3 in that map. Leading damage for DPS. Actually more damage even than Willis had on the Winston on the other side. 18-1 there for Lars. An impeccable map out of Hypnos. I mean, what a showing here. And remember, 0907 took this head-to-head last time in 5 maps. I think it was fantastic. I hope yours was as well. And had a wonderful holiday and all that. Oh, it's time for map number 2. Let's go remind ourselves of our band. It was Hollywood banned out from Hypnos as we head into 0907's map pick. They try to come back into this thing. And it's gonna be King's Row here for map number 2. To nobody's surprise. That is just. I feel like I could just leave Hollywood banned out and assume we're going to King's Row every match. Like that, it has been so textbook, so predictable. Oh, here I'm gonna go back to the map ban. Oh no, that screen. And swap sides behind the scenes. So it just, you don't see it happen. You know, you didn't notice. Suddenly we come back, boom. Hypnos is on the right side, where they're going to start this match. They're going to attack first here in Kings. And now, okay, so Ilios is very much an outlier. Like I said, this is the one place where not seeing the Magomed was on that map. And it was Hypnos map pick. They very much knew that going into this. Now, once we get into Kings, this is where things will start to get a little more kind of settling into what I would expect to see for the rest of the series. I don't know, maybe not. Let's get some best bring in the lobby, says Clutch. Well.
Ready for battle.
Word. Yeah, Derpy, that is a word. Those are actual words, yes. Oh. I gotta turn this on so I can go below my skyline. Boom. Or skybox, I mean. Alright. We are gonna, in fact, get the Echo Reaper Market defense. Double flex DPS.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, I would anticipate this. The statue hold has actually been very meta since we've gotten into this Maga matchup. So, and We're not really seeing much high ground battle. I mean, this is just kind of very lateral, very front to back, cooldown trades, build up ultimates. The big wombo combo I've dubbed the Dance Studio with Cage Fight plus Death Blossom is always a good team fight winner. But you know what? If you can get Schizo over the top end to find Docky early out of the gate, take the primary source of healing out, you know what? You can just snowball this thing in like 30 seconds flat. Boom. Hypnos are going to lose one. A little overextension there, but they do get the cap. Word. I'm not sure if that is a self-proclamation or is it a greeting. Schizo already has Brush. I mean, 5% away, but it will be ready here momentarily. Now, the question is, what do you want to do with this? Do you still have to be very careful? Makani can melt you in a heartbeat. You can see headed up to the high ground. Bones running him out of the window while Kanye puts damage on the front line and just forces a soft disengage. Lars going to overrun back in, but it's only at half health. Does pop that cardiac overdrive. Orbital's thrown in, and Schizo does find one with that barrage, but it's an important one. Onto the tank. Now the cage fight thrown in. Kanye with a duplicate to make up for the lack of tank here for the defense of 0907. But that duplicate will not last. Sleek has the Bob on the point, and Bob did, in fact, do something. Still, Hypnos spent all but their rally to make that fight happen, to get that fight win. And now we got Jono, which immediately coming back in with a rally of their own. It's good enough to run down Lars. Lars gets separated, tries to hide in the subway, not able to survive. So, defense will stabilize in this important spot, and the back point be a very difficult spot. The most difficult spot on the map, I'd say, to take from the attacker's point of view. Been out for Bones here. Yeah. Bones still hiding on the flank, looking for the drop down Death Blossom. Oh, gets booped up. It's gonna land right on top of Pingu when it was done. Not exactly sure how they flew so far in the air. Maybe it was the overrun from Lars hit him or something, but yeah, at the end of the day, it worked. Maybe the whip shot. I mean, was there a good whip shot? It didn't look like Pingu got the whip shot in, but maybe they did. Down to 3 minutes on the clock after the one and done Hypnos put up on point A. But we're coming up on those DPS ults once again, so effectively used in the first round. We saw Schizo, the first time they came around, should I say. Schizo focused down Willis with the previous barrage. Orbital Ray out. Lars needs to get away. There's the overrun. They're out. Schizo doesn't make it. Only Lars goes all the way out. Sleek is still sitting here in the back line. I mean, Willis is, cleaning up in front. Eyes focused on Lars. Let's go back to Sleek. What's Sleek doing? Sleek still hiding here? What are you doing? Flank Bob? Oh, cage fight misses entirely. Bones is headed around to the back line. Barrage over the top, focused on Willis, but they popped the cardiac overdrive and the overrun. Bones, yeah, completely caught on that flank. I mean, now it's just separated from the team. It's not even a flank anymore. You're just in a bad spot. Yeah. That's 2 points on the board. 3.5 to work with, headed into the Foundry. Not bad. Not the largest time bank I've ever seen, but definitely plenty to work with. Bit of a battle for the high ground. Ooh, Sleek gets popped up there. Trying to hide behind enemy lines again. Connie wasn't having any of it this time. Fool me once, I think. Something along those lines. Oh, hey, Willis just gonna go ahead and pop a bit of a dance in there. Woo! Finds two after the fact. And we've most often seen that used with cage fights, either to defend against an opponent or to, you know, just do a quick wombo combo with your own tank's cage fight. But that, I mean, just solo Death Blossom, pair kills on the low health targets afterwards. I mean, they don't get the job done. We are looking at two support ults as well as cage fight coming online here for Hypnos. They're getting forced back. Very aggressive positioning. This is going to get the orbital and the cage fight out of Hypnos. Ooh, barrage in. Did this defense of 097 bite off more than they can chew. It's a 3v3 left on this point. Sleek just point blank shoved that shotgun down Bones' throat. And Hypnos will take over. 0907 absolutely bit off more than they can chew. As they tried to press the issue. Swing wide and see if they can just kind of barrel Hypnos back. But Hypnos had the tools to counter. The orbital plus the barrage coming up big. Not to mention that cage fight. Sleek now sitting on the high ground, dropping with Death Blossom. You betcha. He's able to get the break with it. There's a duplicate Malga on the other side, but Conde is one of two players left here for this defense of 0907. He's taken out of that copy form, brought down out of the sky. And this is looking like a cap with a minute and a half, minute 23 to be precise.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Hello, Nelly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Let's get to sticking with the far here on this defense. And we're getting a little bit more of a high ground look defensively with Sleek on the hit scan still. So, I mean, Hypnos making the hit scan work on the attack. And what has been a pretty staunch double flex DPS meta. Now with high ground to work with, the defender's advantage could serve Sleek very, very well. All right, what's the plan? I need to turn the corner. All focus Lars, or at least force Lars out of position. Careful, let's get some putting in damage over the top, as it looks like Willis is trying to go all the way to the house, but Bones does not make the rotation. The entire back line doesn't make the rotation, so Willis is now by themselves inside the house. And gets the kill on Denelio Zoo? Wait, Willis gets a kill in the 1v3? That's unreal. I mean, Nelly's gonna be back pretty fast, but so is Willis. All right, here comes the race. There's Nelly. Are we gonna get a chance to push it in a 5v4? Let's get some with some, you know, just early pressure. You see this aggressive positioning, making it slow for 0907 to make progress and push in. Sleek with that pick on Docky and on the Bones. Beautiful shooting out of Sleek from that high ground. And it's the power of that hit scan and that defender's advantage. You're walking into these sight lines. And Sleek, well, I mean, when you're hitting shots like that, it's near impossible to cross through open ground like that. Sleek's gonna come in with the flank bob into the back line. Going right over the bus. Oh, catches Bones with it too. Conde almost got the damage in. Let's get back to that front line. I mean, the front line is in front of the spawn. I wasn't too far away from the battle. Ow. You rocket jumped my camera right into a corner. Alright, under 2 minutes to go here. We do have some important ults to work with. Most notably this orbital ray. Alright, that's a speed ring in. Willis can try to push high ground and go straight to point. Right now, has to respect the damage coming in from the back, but is kind of caught in no man's land. Connie goes up, clean sleek off of that high ground, lands the stick. He's on a Pingu as well. The rally's going to come out, and barrage thrown in from Hotel side. Duplicate onto the far, and they're going to take to the sky for a dogfight where Conde lands 2 directs. Takes Skitsa down. But Willis is falling. And this attack is starting to peter out. It's just the DPS left up here for now. They're still trying to see if they can give the advantage over to 0907 or maintain, a delicate advantage they have. But reinforcements are starting to return for this defense. Gets them back into the fight. Gunner with a good pick. Bones drops in with the Death Blossom into the back, but the entire team is pushing forward with their own orbital ray. Next to no effect there from the Death Blossom. Lars goes in behind statues. We get a little flip of this map, but there's still 4 players left here from 0907, and they finally managed to get some progress going on this objective. Slow approach, I think, here for 0907, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. They need to get an orbital or a dupe online here to push through. Particularly with cage fight, and you're going to have Bob ready to go. Sleek is just holding up close here in low ground. All right, there's the 2 ultimates I was talking about. Here we get the speed ring in, duplicate into cage fight. That Bob is going to go right through into the back, but the orbital ray and 0907 staying in it, kind of escorting him forward, but it's not enough to keep trying to watch opponents alive. But Docky's managed to move through, pick up 1 with Willis surging into the front and picking up 2 more. 0907 went out in a very scrappy ult fight. It's by no means clean, but it's a fight win nevertheless. That. All right. Sleek back on over to the Torb. Torb actually very survivable, this double flex DPS. And, Molten Core and Cage Fight is another mean combo. Gets looking for that barrage. Direct into the back. Connie makes the raid, is able to get up and kind of fend them off for the moment. Meanwhile, Willis has been forced back on the front line. Speed ring used just to get out with 45 seconds to go. Once again, 0907 find themselves stuck in this choke and waiting for ults to come online. Walking into a bevy of tools here for the defense of Hypnos. We'll set up to the high ground. See anything and clear the back. I just got to avoid the Maga as best you can here on the Diva. We'll go up against Skitsa, and that's a pair of kills with Conde cleaning off the high ground as well. So while Lars just moves forward with the giant spotlight from space, they do find there's supports and squishies dying all around him, and that's a great fight for 0907. It couldn't come a moment too soon. This will put 90 seconds back on the board for him. Is that going to be enough? I mean, they really need to finish with time. Otherwise, the map is only drawable. Gartoper, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Molten Core Cage Fight. Got to be ready to go here. Conde with a Maga Tube that did not last long at all. As we are going to get the Molten Core thrown right here into the middle of the cage. Oh, no. That's 2 for Sleek on the Torb. Continues to throw Cheetos at him. All right. One fight win for the defense. 45 seconds now to go. Half that. 90 already eaten up. Well, this goes back over to the Malga here. You're gonna have to take this one front on. Oh, catches Lars and Zarya. I guess, you know, swapping perhaps to counter the D.Va. Help protect the backline, you know, when they were looking to just dive squishies. Bubble used on just gets up top. It's still taking a lot of damage. Now the drop down with the Death Blossom finds 2. And it looks like just kind of winning this one in the spawn room. Good swaps come in. Bones with the Great Death Blossom despite tools, you know, available on the other side. Now swaps coming in for this final fight. This is going to be in overtime. The best that we could hope for is a draw here out of 0907. And that's assuming Sleek doesn't go all flat on him. He's already taken 1 out of this fight. A couple body shots on the Bones. And Docky with an orbital ray thrown into this. Docky with some very aggressive. Try to see if they can carry 0907 over the line. It's just not happening. Sleek has done it. Sleek back here has found several headshots. And that will be the end of the map. I should have just left it on Sleep Off. I should have. I knew I should have. Hypnos will move to match point. Oh, hey, that's map 1 stats. Let's get some map 2 stats. I mean, a lot closer. A hell of a lot closer. I mean, definitely a few more team fight wins there for Hypnos. Yeah, I mean, look at the damage from Schizo and Sleek. Holy cow. Sleek playing a hit scan into a double flex DPS meta. And is putting up 21k damage. And we didn't even have extra innings. You know, it's not like that was a 5-6 or anything. Huge. I mean, 25k from the Malga, but you kind of expect that. Like, you're a Malga. You're putting out, I mean, just truckloads of damage. But 21k from your Ashe is something else. It's going to get popped out of the sky a few times. I mean, we saw some of 0907's plans come to fruition. We saw some of that vision. That one fight on the back of point B seems to be the best the D.Va worked for him. But we also had Bones getting picked off a lot as well. All right, lineups being finalized. It is Esperanza banned out here. And I'm going to go pour a quick cup of tea. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, friends. Okay. Stand with Sleek. Showed up in chat. Yeah, Sleek is a generational talent, I fear, says Elba. I mean, you know, that Torb is scary. That Torb is scary. Oh, we missed nothing. We're still waiting on players. They took a quick 5-minute break as well, as you tend to do between maps 2 and 3. I've noticed this becoming more of a trend, where they just kind of between maps 2 and 3, they just let the lineup timer burn, and just give teams time to get in. So we're still waiting on a player. Give me a chance to go make a lovely cup of Earl Grey. Moobs, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm rocking my grounded mug. One of my absolute favorites. I use this mug like most of the time. I mean, I have several good mugs, but this is definitely one of my favorites. And that was it was just the one up front. It was the one I grabbed. I was in a hurry. Oh hey, I heard a doo 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 doo. All right, so we're gonna stop it for map 3. And just a reminder, this is back into a Hypnos map pick as well. So Esperanza was 0907's ban, as now they're looking to reverse sweep if they want to punch their ticket to the grand finals and avoid having to move through the lower bracket. You know, easier said than done. You just win 3 maps in a row. That's all. Against an opponent that you haven't been able to win one against yet. You know, no sweat. See if they can make it happen. No fiddlesticks. Swap your sides.
Five, four, three, two, one. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Well, we're getting both teams rolling out with the JQ. Okay, no Marga here. No Marga here whatsoever. And I don't think either team was expecting either team to play. Looks like they were both expecting this. Kane's coming out on a Sojourn, then with Skitza on the Genji. And Sojourn just gets immediately cut down, though. Hey, Willis catches Lars out of position in front of Green Boss. Ooh, and a follow-up kill on Nelio Zoo as well. Whew, good little shot on the Skitza. And Willis here. Oh, even gets the nasty knife. Woo, coming out on the J Queen. This is your queen. Am I casting another match after this one? It depends on how long this one goes. We do have Yuri Mirai. Who they taking on? Taking on Time to Esport. And that one starts at the top of the hour here, upcoming. So, I mean, depending on how this one goes, we may cut into that match. Sleek and Kane in a bit of a hit scan duel. As Bones just dashes sideways across twice. And it's like, wait a minute. Everybody from Hypnos runs in and just cuts Bones down. Wait, did I have it? Yeah. That's right. Ooh. After a good start there out of 0907. Lars, the rest of Hypnos, threatening to reclaim that lead, pushing up closer towards that all-important checkpoint. Just got word that Pytel won their match 3-0. Holy cow. Man, I told you that team had been slept on. Congrats to Pytel. They will stay alive down there in the lower bracket. EMEA gets in there, rush rally, throw it in to the back, or excuse me, into Jonowich's rally. Willis dropped the Rampage in, though. Was able to get Lars with it. Had Neliozu caught in the corner, but they're able to swift step out. Protected by the Bob, left on this point. Neliozu is able to find Bones, but Conde trades it out. Ends up the two remaining Hypnos players are just backing off at this point. Conde and Willis are not letting you escape. So 907 reclaimed the lead here, and they're going to get the checkpoint on the back of it. That all-important 10-second wait now behind them. And they're able to just disengage and leave TS1 to do his thing. Haven't really had a chance to touch on the fact that we got a Lucio carry backline versus a Juno Brig. One of the advantages, I think, would be the sound barrier, but this one is a bit early into the fight, and it's just a quick disengage there out of 0907. Skitsa ends up just throwing a bunch of damage into Willis. Still trying to chase it down, finds Jonowich instead off of the deflags. Now the Rampage just to secure this kill onto Willis. Volta did die in the back line, but now Hypnos threatening to get a checkpoint of their own. So you're thinking not only tie this up, but perhaps take the lead. Yeah, we've definitely had lots of examples by camp throughout time of, you know, you can't just pick the hero and expect to win. And timing and positioning is so key in the big ult fights, but that's in the Magamir. This is a lot more just kind of quick pick oriented. You know, I'm sure Skitsa just found out the hard way. We're also seeing, you know, Sleek go over to this Widowmaker for that very reason. You can hit the shots, nobody will get the picks quicker. Meanwhile, though, Conde is able to clean up, find both of your supports, and Bones takes care of your snipers. So 0907 back in control, though they are down by roughly 23 meters. There's some centimeters in there to count, but nah. Sick now on a Tracer, coming off of the Widowmaker. Skips has already picked up one with the blade, now trying to chase down Conde, but can't quite get it. Or excuse me, that was Bones. Conde now standing inside of this orbital ray, pushing forward, where Willis is able to pick up Sleek. Looks like he could chase down Lars. Whoop! Turns inside. The Suzu to protect against the Carnage, but still, that's a lot of damage into Neliozu. They end up just dying from the tick damage off of the Gracie. Joker Queen battle. Oh, goes in Lars' favor with the Carnage. Sleek shows up to help out. I like how Volta's Cheerios got deflected back and forth between the two Genjis before finally flying out the door in the direction they were originally sent. All right, we got a blade out of Bones here. A bevy of ultimates available for 0907. Bones not really finding much, but I mean, led to the damage that helped take Lars down. I mean, that'll win the fight in of itself. So you still win the fight with one ultimate, whether it was a 5K out of the blade itself or not. On a classic skin, mind you. That was the very first skin I ever bought in the game. Was Genji's Carbon Fiber. I say bought. You know what I mean. Loot boxes, yay. Lars with the shout. Indicating an engage. Great knife. That's going to force the Rampage out of Willis. Volta drops the sound barrier, but Lars goes up the jump pad and doesn't receive the sound barrier. Does wait off the purple, though. We're kind of back into a neutral. Willis looking a little bit low. Rally pop from Jonowich to alleviate that problem. Driving forward. Ops not pressure down. Yeah, Jonowich is taking too much damage. I believe that was Sleek there from the outside. We kept seeing Jonowich kind of turn and try to shield both directions. And Enim's just taking way too much damage trying to push with that rally. It had to be Sleek on the flank making that happen. Now we're going to get the orbital ray thrown in here from 0907 across the center point. Willis low. Rampage finds 3 after Willis goes down. And this is going to be quick cleanup for Lars and the rest of Hypnos. Able to extend this 20-meter lead. It seems like it's been a lot of fights going back and forth with nobody really getting much meterage. We're at just over 2 minutes remaining in the map. There's a lower bracket. We are in upper bracket semifinals, so, you know, if 0907 do drop this map, there is still hope for them. They're not done with the tournament, but you know what? You'd rather just punch your ticket straight into Grands, but you got to go into this Kitsune Rush out of Hypnos first. Blade in the pocket as Gisa dashes in on the flank of Willis, just throwing shurikens into their back. Sandwiched in by Lars. That is one dead Willis. Willis making the Reinhardt swap. All right, let's go. Let's go. Oh, it's yanked in. Over the top, drop it down with the blades. Is trying to fight against a hammer. Not to mention the overclock out of the backline. Nice shot onto a tracer. Volta 1 health in the backline. There's still 100 rail in the gun ready to go. Got one in the chamber. Put it right in the dome of Lars. Volta manages to heal up, but Nellianzu gets pinned in, so. Don't think we're going to see a cap here, but there's still a mere 60 seconds for 0907 to try to claw their way back into the lead. Yep. Blade immediately countered. That was a pulse to the back from Sleek that landed, though. Rampage in here from Lars. Trying to extend the advantage. Willis is purple. Kind of takes down the tank. So the Reinhardt, the only one left here. Oh, thought about the shadow. You know you thought about it. Fight win for 0907. They've already gotten this checkpoint, so we'll automatically start getting progress here. Willis moving up to the high ground. Who's still behind him? Okay, you do still have Sleek lurking. Ooh, a matey fire strike. Going into the back. I didn't quite see. I don't think the hammer landed. The moment I checked on Sleek, we get the Earth Shatter thrown in. But you know what? Eventually, it works out. It's still a long way to go. All right, 90 meters on the board, though. 35% towards another Earth Shatter already. Make it 42. I stand with Willie's ride, says Groka. I stand with Willie's ride, says Cheeseburger. Will it work into a Kitsune Rush rally at the back here of the Reinhardt? Trying to just duck away. It's the only ult available for this defense outside of the pulse bomb. Here from Sleek. Sleek's going to throw that onto the back. Won't find anything. Willis swing it down. That's a swift step out of the way, but Bones is able to pick up Sleek. Conde with an overclock here right underneath the archway. Finds Nellianzu. What a needle to thread that one. Oh my. That might just deliver this map as Willis swings around. I mean, just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. The line of victory is right there. Sleek is back on the Widowmaker, forcing the shield up, but there's nobody left to contest. 0907 will force a map 4. It was looking bleak. It was looking a little bleak, and then Willis makes the swap. I stand with Willis Ryan. Let's go. Let's go. My goodness. All right, we're not done here, friends. We are not done. But I mean, that was okay. I have a couple thoughts there, but. You can't help but feel like that's only going to work once, right? Like, you can't just turn around and run Reinhardt for the rest of the day, right? We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I know there's a lot of stats here, and by the way, that map was entirely too close considering the amount of elims on the board. Like, I was like, oh, 907, I had to work really hard for that, you know, just barely make it overtime win. It's Willis. All eyes are on Willis. We got both Clash maps banned out. Headed into map number 4. Yeah, I can't believe Pytel beat good guys. That's nuts. Like, well, let's take a moment. Let's take a moment here to go check on the rest of these games. Like, while we're at it. All right, here, let's just do this. Meta Boys up 2-1 over Team Gambit. Yeah, the 2 upper brackets are the only 2 left. Team Gambit has managed to take a map off of Meta Boys. I can't believe good guys got 3-0'd out. That's insane. Ooh, that's insane. Congrats to Pytel. Huge congrats to Pytel. And then our other lower bracket match is starting in 4 minutes. All right. Well, that's enough of our copyright-free music.
Ready for battle.
Such a pretty map. All right, well, showing us the Junker Queen here. No Reinhardt on Saravasa.
4, 3, 2, 1. Initial flashpoint market.
Okay, this fight can be very important up the top. Oh, Bones is going to dash all the way across. Interesting, but it might have taken you out of the fight. But Willis has been able to find a little bit of space. Sleek fights 2 opening picks. Sleek, where are you positioned? Just sitting back here clicking shots. Not necessarily heads, but you know what? Body shots will do it. Be a body shot bandit, by all means. All eyes on Willis. Damn right. Fortunately, Lars and the rest of Hypnos took over here in this first fight. Whoop. Well, it's a bit of a mismatch. If John comes in on the backside, find that kill on the Slake. Sticking with this Lucio Kiri comp. Both teams actually running the Lucio Kiri here now. So we're not getting the Geno Brig from 0907. Another close to a Kitsune Rush from Rampage, just about ready to go. See the Kitsune thrown out first. And Lars will drop in the Rampage directly following, as well as a Sound Barrier. But Jonowich gets all 5 with their own Sound Barrier, and Willis has their own Kitsune Rush to work with in the middle of this. So still 5v5 till Bones tilts the bounce. Finding the hit scan in the back line. All right, Bones and friends just invaded that little quarter cubby. Picked up a couple of kills, including both supports in 0907. Will flip this at 99. Now Willis with the Rampage and Defender's advantage. Do have a Bob on the other side here. Woo! That was enormous. Fine Sleeks gets us still low when they pull out the blade here. The Volta gets picked off. There's nobody to find. Gets I mean, just slashing at the wall in frustration because there was nobody there. Willis is able to take down Lars with a beautiful shot. Jodowicz once again getting in the mix. Jodowicz having themselves a great map here so far. Remember, both sound barriers were dropped pretty much the same time. Look at Jodowicz versus Volt's ult charge. Willis just going to go aggressive on the outside. We did get a touch, so we're going to see Hypnos try to fight this one out. Bones invested the blade somewhere in there. Didn't see any kills on the back of it, but it's a fight win nevertheless. Like I mentioned earlier, you know what? One ult invested, one fight win, and you're happy with that.
Next flashpoint ruins.
Jodowicz with that sound barrier advantage. Ooh, Bones with an aggressive dash through. Yeah, you put yourself in a bad spot with that one, my friend. Didn't secure the kill, so they didn't have the ability to get back out. Now Skits is going to come through and double down. As these teams, you know, they just wanted to continue to fight the market. They like fighting here. Willis decided, let's throw in a 3-man Rampage while we're at it. Skitsa almost bled out. Unreal. The tick damage stopped like at 1 health. And Nelly finds Conde? Uh-oh. Where's Jodowicz when you need him? Somehow, this flipped into Hypnos getting first cap on this thing. Sleek overextends at the start of the fight. All 4 ultimates available for the remaining players here from Hypnos as we step on to this point. Jodowicz cut down immediately. At least it didn't hit Q. And we do get a sound barrier advantage, a massive one at that here from Hypnos. An easy cleanup. So you now have 50% and counting here on this second flashpoint. That's your MRI time to esport game. Oh no! What? What? No! Oh no! That is insanely unlucky. That is insanely unlucky. That has to be the most unlucky DC I have ever seen. You gotta be kidding me. 82% too, right? Oh. No, 907 need this. They need this. Oh, wait, I have your side swap, don't I? I'm in Hypnos. Jeez. Where's Trash Panda to keep me in line? Oh, man. I mean, I've heard of losing ults, but that's just ridiculous. But hey, you know what? Lucky break for 907. When you know, they desperately need a map win. Sometimes you just take the lucky breaks. Ooh, good dash. Ooh, and the deflect on the stick, or... Okay. Yeah, that was a deflect on the stick. And Conde just died before the bomb went off. Rampage goes up. Hits just Willis. The sound barrier is there. Bones is going to respond with a blade as well. Bones took down Volta. Cleans up the top. And it's going to another fight win here from 0907. Well, so Rampage, I mean, this should just be 2 points on the board. There's nothing to really finish this off. Now, I mean, assuming you get the cleanse out, you know, the cleanse doesn't immediately hit whoever you got purple. But, oh, Lars already taking so much damage. Does, in fact, get cleansed and gets back up to full health. So the Rampage does not seal the deal here. Is used a little hastily, dare I say. Now we're getting Hypnos kind of working around on the south side. Sleek is low. Back here with the health, but Jonowitch comes through with 2. And the bloodthirsty Lucio still hungry for more. Finds the kill in Neliozu as well. 3K for the Lucio in this fight. Give me a 4th final blow. Come on. Oh, Sleek actually stole away 2 kills in that exchange. Double support ults available here for Hypnos. We're just firing across each other in this open area. That's going to be the Kitsune Rush. Just as Willis tries to engage. Is Daki throwing in one of their own. So both teams looking for some speed. Lars finds the kill. Oh, access in quiet land. The dash through into the back, though. Willis is able to combine with Bones to get that kill onto Neliozu. They do just disengage. Cap has gone to Hypnos here, trying to draw him in. Ah, but that's 4 people in. Willis gets the brunt of all of them. The first time we've seen the Conde Sojourn here today, and been truly outstanding when we have seen it. It's gonna be a blade supported by a sound barrier here. Jonowitch just barely gets that one down before that slash comes through. I think the boot kept him off anyway, but still, that was close. Dash through, Willis to the Rampage, hits Skitzy and Volta. Volta able to get away, but the same can't be said for Skitza. Jonowitch still looking to hunt down the Lucio here. Willis going to move on to the point, flip the objective. 97% on the board for Hypnos. One more fight win will at least get him this flashpoint on the board. But look how deep Bones is. My goodness. Bones is like hanging out in front of the spot. Lars just by themselves here, yeah. And that's just based off of the crazy aggressive flank out of Bones and Jonowitch. And maybe they were even, let's see, were they cleaning off their own flank now that I'm looking at it? Now looking at just kind of the spatial of it. Bouncing around the map as drastically as we were. We need to get turned around. All right, that was the overclock we heard there from Conde. And a big rotation. Everybody from 0907 kind of looping around counterclockwise. Look and see if they can get Volta out of the sky. They will. Beautiful shooting out of Conde to cut down the Lucio. Now look to go back and take a 5v4. do have the overtime going as the Kitsune Rush is thrown in. Will's going to take that pesky turret out of the back line. It's a 2v1 against Lars on the stairwell. Nicely done. Bones will finish off these kills, and this should just finish off the map. It's going to be a 3-0 here on Suravasa. 0907 will force that map 5. We'll see you over on Circuit Royale. T2 McMurray, thank you for the follow. Fish says, why Lars not on Zarya? Hey, you know what? We get the Lars JQ. Get you some stats there from map 1, from map 4. Oh, hey. No. That's not the right music. That was our pause music. No more pause polka. There we go. There's some good generic stats music. Well, I'll get that point on the board. Just double checking that invite wasn't for me. That's from the other lower bracket match. I mean, quite a contrast. You look back at map 1, and I mean, just the handful of elims picked up from 0907 to this 3-0 domination on Suravasa. All eyes on Willis. 34-3. They're in the JQ. Oh, wait, we're going to Shambhala with Circuit banned out. That's right. That's right. Sorry, I was thinking, my brain got it backwards. My brain was thinking we had Shambhala banned out and we were headed to Circuit. No. It was Circuit banned out here from 0907. This is going to be a Hypnos map pick. Oh, that's right. It was Watchpoint Gibraltar. We never see this map. No wonder I forgot what map we were headed. We never get this map. My brain didn't even, refuse to accept that we had this map. Oh. This could be very Hypnos pilled. Hypnos was very dominant in the Winston Diva matchups that we saw on Ilios. Snowdrop, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody being here. Let's get into map 5.
Attackers incoming. Stop the pain.
Okay, the Simhawk trick didn't quite work out. Looks like they do teleport the On and the Brig over to this other side before Bones goes back over to the Tracer. Kanye versus Sleek in the high ground. Woo! Kanye wins it right out of the gate. There's the headshot. Kanye is getting chased here, but is able to run up to some safety temporarily, maybe. Finds the mini. He's able to stay alive. Good biodate lands on Janowicz on that high ground. You still have Bones here on the low ground. But you know what? Lars is more concerned about attacking these supports. Goes in. I mean, nice job of separating Jonowich. The attack team's managed to get this cart around the corner. Means they might be able to get their Widow onto this high ground. And then things come exceedingly difficult for the defense. They're still trying to hold center box for now. Willis is going to go all the way back in for Sleek. That forces Sleek into the middle to just put them into Conde's sightlines. No, Conde's still hanging out, shooting through main. You do have Docky and Jonowich up on this high ground. Oh, good move from, who was that, from Skitza? Skitza and Bones combined, and they pounce on that back line. And this attack is just going to fall flat on the back of that. That's a nano boost thrown on to Lars, actually. Oh, this is the Primal gets slept. Lars kind of getting forced back. Will must go get... Ooh, the whip shot still. Lars is able to land right on top of Conde. Chasing them out. But Willis picked up a kill under the Nelly. The backline is down here. Cart's continuing to roll. I believe that's Docky is still on the high ground. Yeah, Docky's still on the high ground, kind of keeping an eye on things back here. Nano boost in the pocket as the Overside's thrown in from Conde. Oh, all the way back in spot. The defensive Primal. Oh, way down in the car wash. Not able to quite isolate Jonowich into a corner. Jonowich just runs them away. Conde in a great position over here on server room. And as these sightlines get more and more advantageous here for 0907, it's going to be tougher and tougher for this defense to show their face to contest this cart. And there's less than, well, just over 2 meters to go, excuse me. Nice headshot on Skitza, the one person who tried to contest. There it is. And that's going to be the point on the board. Beautifully done here from 0907. 3.5 minutes as they head into shuttle. Are coming up on another Primal Rage as well as a rally to work with. Sleek's gone over to the Echo now, not even opting into the Widow War. Where Conde just running free. Already taking the Ana out of the fight. Oh, and a nasty shot. Catches, gets off the jump. And 0907 are systematic in their push here through point B. Sleek's gone off the Echo now, back into the Widowmaker. Decided they were giving Conde too much rain. Sidestep from Conde, so Skitza has to move in first, provide a little distraction. The rest now trying to move in on the back of that. The sides fade, but the Primal from Willis is spectacular. That's picking up Neliozu and Sleek with that Primal Rage. 5 on the board. Very clean push through the shuttle for 0907. I mean, they barely dropped a player throughout that entire objective. That's the shot Hypnos has been looking for. That's the moment. They needed that, just that one kill so bad. Not to mention the advantage in this fight, but I mean, just kind of liven up comms a little bit. And here, yeah, momentum's starting to pick up with that kill on the Docky. We're going to get the first time this defense has stabilized in quite some time. In a hot minute.
I needed that.
The enemy team is putting the payload.
Double DPS holds available. Oh, and Bones makes good on that pulse. Good collapse from Bones and Willis, but The ante from Neliozu is good, and the Primal in here. Kande's able to get one, but now the Primal is nanoed, and Lars looking to see if they can save this attack. Nice kill on to Kande, get the punch in before they can grapple out of there. The Nano and the Primal fade, though. Both supports still alive here. Daki with their own Nano boost to work with. Gonna throw that one down, and Skitz is trying to push in the back. Beautiful stick! My goodness, that was pretty. Gonna force the recall out from Bones as well. Meantime, that's gonna be a boop off the side. Looking to find the other support. Pingu not allowed to go back and spawn. What a juggle out of Willis. Great move to position themselves to body block the spawn door. And that's both supports now absent here from this defensive Hypnos. The cart less than 5 meters away. Oh, and they are 5 strong. Kande just sitting in here in the back. Free reign to shoot down on this point. Rally up from the defense as they try to hold, but defense not able to find any picks. And then it's going to be a cap with about a $1.15, $1.16 left in the clock. Kind of a beautiful round. Widowmaker really taking over there on watch point. Machi, you were not kidding. Like, we've had so many 5-mappers. It's been insane. Now 0907 threatening a reverse sweep here in your upper bracket semifinals. And I gotta say, it was not pretty in the first map in particular. It was a little bit closer there in Kings, but still pretty dominant out of Hypnos. Like, I was thinking this match wasn't going to end up as close as we thought, but nope. For the second time in a row, these two teams go to a map 5. They went to map 5 last time these two met, back on October 30th in the regular season. 0907 was able to take that one. Now are one good defense away from moving on to the grand finals. Ooh, sleek a little sneaky move coming along the outside while the teleport was happening. I like it. I like it. But Kande is all the way down at the end of Car Wash. Ooh, Sleek finds him. I think Kande tried to go up to the high ground. Sleek was ready for it. Exact same opening pick that 0907 found on their attack. Dueling bubbles on the high ground, but Lars has backup up here, does eventually force 0907 back. Half of which have gone into the server, the other half hanging out just below our current position down in Car Wash. Lars is going to go try to follow Bones. I think Bones recalled. Oh, Bones is hiding down in Mega. Okay. So Lars goes back to high ground. Good angle for Kande. Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, just one meaty headshot would just be the end of Lars in that duel. Lars has to push into the back. Meanwhile, Sleek has already picked up one. Now, just 2 supports left here in the server room. Will is trying to compete as best they can, but a great mismatch has been created there by Hypnos, picking up both of the DPS early in that fight. This is looking like the point on the board. Let's see. Are we going to get a contest? I don't think we get a contest here. No. No shot. Ooh, I switched to the wrong tracer, didn't I? Skitz is able to get in. Get one. Lars moves in to help with the sandwich on to Jonowich as well. So another pair of kills here on the board. Kande looking to finally slow down this attack and maybe a little sooner than Hypnos were able to on their defense. Still, it's a +1 to Hypnos as they approach this corner. Put eyes towards the back of the objective. That's Sleek with the Infrasight, about 15% ahead of Kande. Pingo low. Bad time to reload. Misses the sleep dart. All right, so Pingo's just going to pop the rally instead. Oh, that was a bit hairy there for a moment. Willis moves up, kills Sleek with the Primal, goes down back into the rally to see if they can resume their attack on Nelly Azu. They can deny this this nano would be huge, and they do in fact take the nano off the board here for this fight. Lars is low, and there's the pursuit. The defense of 0907 will stabilize. Ooh! Slick was holding the sideline, and Conde did a little, like jump in. So they kind of fell into the sideline from above. I don't know if they just did a quick grapple to the top of the shuttle, but that was a nifty little move to get that kill. Lars does take the Widowmaker down, so a little bit of a player advantage here for the attacking Hypnos. They have a nano brig up here on the high ground. Sleep lands onto Lars as well. Willis is able to move in and pick up 2 on the back of that. Oops. Let's go to this pop. Let's go to some Willis pop. Uh-oh. I think Willis was trying to go to shuttle. I don't think Willis intended to hit their head. Maybe they did. Maybe they were just hanging out to retake up there. Jump over the sleep dart as the pulse bomb comes in. That was a cool move. Willis goes straight up as Bones double dashes into the back line for the pulse. I mean, it doesn't land it, but still. We also get Skitsa missing their pulse here in their battle against Jodowich. Jodowich has already finished off Lars, but is sitting here at 1 health. Still gets Skitsa as well. Jodowich the unkillable. Jodowich the indomitable. Willis the angry. All right. Still, minute 45 here for Hypnos to work with. Ooh, Bones is going in deep. Let's get some Bones pop. Sleek is now off of the Widowmaker. We're going into a little double dive DPS here with the Tracer Genji. Which, speaking of, Skitsa kind of in a Tracer duel on Mega right now. This is going to force out the early recall, but has to use one of their own. Yeah, that's going to put Skitsa, I'm about to say, was at the low ground, but still giving chase on the Bones. Has the advantage, has the blink advantage as well. Absolutely. There's going to be a great pick to open this up. Now, we got Jodowich the Indomitable up here rallying on the high ground. Nano thrown on to Willis to see if they can bring this back once again. Once again, Willis is going to swing a 4v5. Moves in, picks up both supports. Now looking for the Tracer. Ends up being a kill onto the Genji instead. And the little click onto Lars. Yep. That's Yuri Mirai and Time to Esport. Continuing their series to the lower bracket. But you know what? We're in 5 here, all right? There's no distraction from this one. Let's get some Nelio Zupov. I haven't got nearly enough Nelio Zupov. Conde with a great opener. I mean, a kill onto a Tracer. Man, I wish I had that one. Bones comes in with a kill as well. Lars, I expected the Primal. It does eventually throw it down, finding Daki. Now back into Mega Room. This Primal could be dangerous despite being low on players. Lars looking to equalize, but can't quite make it to the Mega. Has to just bail on it. Picked up 2, but the pursuit is in from Willis and Bones. That was a dynamite out of Slake there to kind of stop that aggression. But Willis will eventually chase down Lars. Gets Coach Gun, but it's up to Skitsa to keep the overtime going. Sleek low at this point, and a Primal Rage out of Willis to help finish them off. Bionade lands onto Willis, so they are forced back. Rally in from Pingu, but Conde lands that shot, and this is just going to do it. 0907 here in the upper bracket semifinals. Reverse sweep Hypnos to take this one in 5. GG's all around. What a game. What an insane series. Willis rocking the fearless skin. Burn blue. Showing off some primal skills here today. Time and time again, these primals kept coming up with big value. There you go. Some stats from map number 5. Well, I get that 3rd point on the board. Eltar, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. My goodness. Holy cow. What a series. What a series. And the turnaround, all eyes on Willis. All eyes on Willis. 38-1 on the Winston. 18k damage. All eyes on Willis. It was the Reinhardt swap. I mean, they were down. They were down on Runa Sapi. I mean, it was looking Dunsky. Hypnos had pushed almost all the way to the end. There was, what, like 2 minutes left, if that? I mean, Hypnos was just getting beat up in whatever composition they were trying to win. I think they were in a JQ mirror at that point. And yeah, finally, Willis just turns around and comes out on the Reinhardt and slams their way all the way into a map 3 victory and didn't stop, proverbially swinging until they had 3 points on the board. Incredible, incredible match. I mean, I don't really do MVPs on this channel because Overwatch is such a team game that it's really hard to isolate, unlike any other game out there. But Willis really stood out on that. I mean, that's hard to not give an MVP nod to Willis just for making that swap and kind of leading 0907. Even if it was, I mean, you pull out something unique, pull out something unconventional, turning around the mental of that one. Willis, dude, you're a beast. I mean, holy shit, dude. What a game. All eyes on Willis.